Today on Logan Lee Adventures, there's nothing like a road trip through the French Riviera in the south of France, as my husband Jeroen and I hit up towns like Antibes, Cannes, and then the legendary Monaco, as well as the Monte Carlo casino itself. Bonjour mon ami! We are here in the south of France and this is Port Vauban in Antibes. So this morning we're going to be exploring Antibes and then hop around the south of France and the Côte d'Azur, which has quickly, because this is like my first time ever going to the Côte d'Azur, has quickly become essentially my favorite new region to explore in the world, period. Never mind France, but like in the world, just because it's so beautiful here. And this port, as you can see, has all these sailboats that one day I hope to own just one so I can sail around the Côte d'Azur, around the south of France. But for now, we're gonna explore Antibes by feet, which is this coastal city. We're driving into Antibes and looking for a parking spot, but every single store that we're passing by on the side is like for yachts. So there was a yacht insurance store, there was one store for yacht brokers, and another store for like yacht wear, like literally yacht wear. It's pretty cool. See, everything's just for yachts right beside, which makes sense, right beside the port Vauban, where we were starting off into our adventure into Antibes, and now we're here in a parking spot. With its boat-bedecked part, the 16th century ramparts and narrow cobblestone streets fashioned with flowers, it's little wonder that lovely Antibes has stolen the hearts of so many artists and writers. They include Graham Greene, Max Ernst, and Picasso, who featured the towns in many paintings. Morning light in south of France is spectacular. I can totally see why Picasso and Matisse and all of those French Impressionist artists moved to the south of France. I would move to the south of France if I could too. Like, someone get me like a summer home here, because this is how stunning this is. Oh my goodness. Of course, you can't come to Antibes without coming to the Marché Provincial, which is this street market that only happens in the mornings, and they sell so many great little wares, shirts, and hats, and scarves. Literally anything to make you stylish like the French are, as well as inside here is where you get like all the foods, like the homemade olives, homemade honey from the region, and of course all the farmers grown goodies. Looks so good, y'all. This is the old town of Antibes. I love this gazebo. It's giving Stars Hollow. With a gazebo and like the town square with all the shops all around it, the cafes. See, it's early morning, so people are still setting up the cafes. I am loving this, and these shutter windows. So living in Saigon, this reminds me of like, I mean, it makes sense because Saigon is filled with, in Vietnam, is filled with colonial French architecture, but all these shutters are the OGs. Here we are. Wow, I love this. A whole store for vintage travel posters. I love the style of this. The Antibes poster, the Cannes poster, French Riviera. It's gorgeous. Part of the charm of Antibes is just roaming around the labyrinth of the old town. Look at this tight corridors. And this is so cool to see where you can end up as well. You can see the Fort Café from here, which is the star-shaped fort. I'm gonna order them. This is some good pastries to start the morning with. He's ordering. That's the thing about these boulangeries and patisserie is like you go in with like, okay, we're going to try to get one thing, and then we end up with like more and more each time. Now we came out with 3 pastries. It's 3, right? And then originally we were like, okay, we're only gonna get 2. But now, how can you not when all these pastries look so good? So yes, just roaming around Antibes, the Côte d'Azur, the south of France, picking up little pastries here and there from local small patisserie, boulangerie, roaming around these, look at these labyrinth, old historical labyrinth streets in Antibes Old Town. And then we're gonna find a spot to munch on these for breakfast. We are in a foie gras shop. Oh my word. You know how obsessed I am with foie gras. Like every single other meal I have is with foie gras. And they have so many here. It looks so good. Look at this one. This one. This is such a nice shop. Wow. Okay, and they have different pâtés, I think, as well.
Pas sûr que je tienne beaucoup.
So of course, there's so many different flavors. Like this one I think has like deer. You can see the animals on it. Yo, is that Jeff Bezos' boat or Leonardo DiCaprio boat? The yacht over there. I should say yacht, right? No, but people say boat. Like they call their yachts a boat. Anyways, leave me in the comments below. Who do you think it is? Found the perfect spot for our pastry breakfast time. So this is Plage de Gravette, which is this beach literally right a few steps from Antibes City, the old town. You see it's actually a sandy beach and not a gravel beach like most places in the south of France. Let's dig into these babies. Strawberry one that we got. Looks so good, right? And this one is made of apples. Looks so good. This is the creme brulee millefeuille. Have you ever had a creme brulee millefeuille before? Okay. Antibes is associated with a certain bygone era of talents, great minds and artists who have enjoyed the chic villas and the defining shorelines of the French Riviera. Places like the Musée Picasso in town, which is a castle that was a former ancient Greek town, treasures this heritage as well as the artist himself. I love that you can also walk up here all along this old fort in Antibes, and it stretches to little different beaches all around. Once upon a time, everyone called this glamorous stretch of the Mediterranean coast the French Riviera. Then, in 1888, the author Stéphane Ligard dubbed it La Côte d'Azur, and the name has stuck and the rest is history. So now you can hear both terms used interchangeably. As someone who gets morbidly depressed during the winters, whether it was growing up in Canada or now as a Dutch citizen living in the Netherlands, the dark gray and cold dampness of winter just beats me down. So when I learned that the French Riviera gets an average of whooping 300 friggin' days of sunshine per year, I now need to devise a plan to get a second home down here in the Côte d'Azur so I can permanently escape from the north from the months of November to February. Because y'all telling me that you're keeping the sunshine 300 days a year here, where I get breaking records of overcast and no sunshine in the Netherlands. We need to make this trade-off. We need to make this happen. We need to switch places. I may have main character syndrome for wanting nothing less but driving top down, cruising along the French coastline with wind in my hair, but nothing beats my fantasy of what a road trip on the French Riviera is like than actually being passenger princess as Jeroen drives us through the Côte d'Azur. It's truly a dream come true for me. This is Lighthouse La Garoupe, which is this beautiful lighthouse that overlooks Antibes. But what I didn't know until we got here, that it gives free lighthouse tours. So you can go in, there's like time slots, and it's literally free. You just like sign up when you get here, and then you go up. You can go up the lighthouse. Of course we're gonna do that. And I can't wait to see the view from here, because even down here, the lighthouse looks really cool. But from up there, I can just imagine what the sea would look like. Climbing up the lighthouse now. It's so cool, guys. There's little windows all along the way to peek out at the sea in Antibes. But I'm waiting for the grand review. Oui.
No worries.
Tickets.
Hi, thank
Hello.
you.
Merci. Wow. Voila. Now this is what I call a view. Wow. Voila la la la. It's so stunning up here. Oh my goodness. The south of France, y'all. Okay, so you have this beautiful lighthouse right here. And you have the sea. Look how lush the Côte d'Azur is. Oh. Let's take a 360 spin around the lighthouse. There's a saying in the Netherlands that God created the earth, but the Dutch created the Netherlands. And the idea behind this is that the Netherlands is mostly artificial. You know, we took our land literally from the sea, and there is now land where there just used to be water, which is nothing like this corner of France. I mean, all that you see in front of you on top of this lighthouse, it's all natural. And if we created the Netherlands and God created Earth, well, I think God chose his favorites because it is definitely the south of France. The south of France is definitely God's favorite when he touched this place on Earth. Not that I'm religious or anything, but we're speaking metaphorically, right? Like, yeah, like if this place gets 300 days of sunshine a year and the Netherlands get probably less than half of that, let's be real here, then I already know what I need to know about whose favorite it is. After our beautiful Antibes morning, we hopped into our car and continued along down the Côte d'Azur and driving along the Mediterranean. I could do this all day. I could do this all summer. Just let me stay here. Just let me move down here. And when I say let me, no one's forcing me to stay back. It's just I need the funds. So when I say let me, it means please fund me so I can continue all of this. And anyways, we jump from Antibes as we drive down all along and we're heading to Cannes. You may have heard of that twinkling little town on the French Riviera. We're driving through Cannes on our way to lunch in the Côte d'Azur, and it just feels like, I was saying to you, it feels like a movie montage. Literally, designer shops one after another. Like, oh, this is Gucci, just casual. Just pass by Fendi as well, and Yves Saint Laurent, with all of these iconic hotels like the Carlton, Dior, Montclair, and all these Prada again, Dior again, and all of these just iconic hotels like the Carlton that I always see in my books, like my Slim Aaron photo books, and just to be here in real life and see it is just so magical. I mean, okay, obviously you can see this anywhere else, probably like the Hamptons or Rodeo Drive, but this is Cannes. That's another iconic one. You heard of it, right? It's Antibes. Perhaps there's nowhere else on the French Riviera that's more exclusive, glitzy, and internationally renowned than the town of Cannes due to the prestigious Cannes Film Festival. It's where the A-listers and Hollywood magnates walk the red carpet annually at the Palace of Festivals and Congresses of Cannes. But it's not just once a year that the town glows, as Cannes is a place that's coated in glamour year-round, whether that be boating amongst the yachts in the bays of Cannes or sunbathing on beaches like Plage Zemha and Plage Massé, just off the buzzing La Croisette promenade where we're driving down right now. So yeah, that's where all the stars stand. And then they go into that building for the premiere. We're at this little hole in the wall called Mente e Balico, or Basilico, I think Balico. And as you can see, it's just this, with a open terrace. And we're gonna grab some lunch here, because we are hungry. I got what we're sharing. First up is the moulets, which is mussels. And then we're also got a beef tartare. Very two classic French dishes, because of course this is the French Riviera after all. This looks so good, y'all. Look at the egg. Oh my goodness. Okay, I am going to crack it in. Wow, look how orange the egg is. Mix it in. All these capers, little onion. Voila. This is so tasty. After lunch, our road trip down the French Riviera continues. I mean, also the Côte d'Azur, whichever term you prefer. But you can really see why they call this the Côte d'Azur, because this coast is definitely blue. It's just so shimmering and stunning. But we're in our car driving down from Cannes all the way to Monaco. And Monaco gets more hillier and more steep and mountainous. And this is a whole different country as we leave France and enter this own state. This small little country wedged between Italy and France. And I can't wait to see what it's all about. But already, as we drive down these streets, these winded paths, it's so cool looking all the way up to these tall skyscrapers rammed between the mountains and the Mediterranean Sea. Made it to Monaco! So we started at Antibes, then we hit up Cannes, then we drove all the way down to Monaco, and now we're gonna find a spot to park and then explore this little mini country within a country, little nook carved out from France, but it's its own state, country. Pretty cool. Land of the 1%, land of the wealthy, and no tax, income tax. As you can see all these buildings. I mean, this is prime real estate everywhere. It's a very, very hilly place to be, and I can't wait to explore it more. We're here, Monaco, where my favorite movie, Monte Carlo, was filmed. Okay, one of my favorite movies, you know, the classic with Leighton Meester, Selena Gomez. Mwah, mwah. That's like perfect girls and gays and days night movie, Monte Carlo. She's probably gonna watch Monte Carlo tonight. Anyway, so Sundays, all free parking all throughout Monte Carlo, which is superb, right? And so now we're gonna park and head up to the Prince Palace. Is this the same Prince Palace as in Gossip Girl, where Blair marries the Prince of Monaco? I shall find out. Is this the Grimaldi residence? I shall find out. Luckily, she divorced him, but still, it's really cool to be here. Keeping the peace, man. The uniforms are so nice. They kind of look like sailors. So casual walking through these gates, which are over 300 years old, which is casually even older than the country of Canada, where I grew up. This is the Prince Palace in Monaco, which is so stunning. And also the guards that he has around with wearing all white uniforms, pretty cute too. But I wouldn't mind living up on top of this hill in this palace. It's gorgeous. Now, Monaco may be its own country, but the location on the coast makes it undoubtedly a legendary part of the French Riviera. I've always been fascinated by Monaco. What makes it so unique and intriguing is how Monaco is a microstate that's home to about less than 40,000 people, like around 39,000 people, which is kind of the amount of people that went to my university. That's crazy. And yet 32% of them are made out of millionaires. Its capital, the famous Monte Carlo, which everyone will be in and explore once you arrive to the country. And between the grand casinos and opulent villas and glitzy international events like the Formula One Grand Prix and the Monaco Yacht Show, it's no wonder this country is known as the billionaire's playground. I love this. All the cannons overlooking the fort up here. And then it just points out into Monaco, or what today is Monaco, because it has grown out so much. But look at all the yachts and the boats in the port. And then down here, just from the Prince Palace, there's a little playground as well. And people are like hanging out with their kids there. And then there's also people working out as well. It's just so stunning here. It's like the perfect bite-sized place to just spend the afternoon on the Côte d'Azur. I love the flag of Monaco. It just hangs out, not just even here across from the Prince Palace, but it's like all throughout the city as well. Like you drive around, you walk around the city, and you can see the flag of Monaco everywhere. And there's the Prince Palace again in all its glory. The streets feel regal here. You know, I was like, you smell that? That's the smell of money and Monaco. And you're surrounded by the sea. So even though it's super hot now, I don't know how the guards are doing it for the monarchy because they're in full uniform. But for 30 degrees and I'm wearing like a dress shirt, the breeze here is quite nice because you're quite up top and you're surrounded by the sea. Entering the Cathedral of Monaco. I'm going to take off my cap out of respect. Right. taking in my dream, my fantasy of apartments that I would like to live in and own one day. Do you hear this breeze? I mean, you can hear the rustling of the leaves in the breeze, right? Like this breeze is everything right now. It's such a Mediterranean breeze. This is Jardin Saint Martin, which is a free garden. So not everything in Monaco has to be expensive. This is completely free. You can just roam about, see sparkling sea from it. And then of course all these beautiful sculptures and the flowers and trees and everything around here. This is also such a great walk all along in Monaco by the sea because there's not many people here. Like, if you ever get worried about how the south of France can get packed during the summer, well, not here because, you know, there's tons of space where you can enjoy the view just by yourself. This is the Oceanographic Museum in Monaco. The building is stunning, as you can see. Wow, it's like a palace itself for a whole museum. It's giving Romeo and Juliet balcony. Little fountain. I don't care what anyone says. Let me live my Delulu moment. I am a Disney princess. Yep. Monaco, like a prince, the royalty. I'm looking for you. I'm on the hunt for you because I am going to be a Disney princess. Not a prince, a Disney princess, because look at this. Ready for the monarchy here. Since we live in the Netherlands, home to Max Verstappen and Formula One, crazy fans and all, you know how much we adore. We are in Monaco after all, so we have to check out the Grand Prix, and apparently you can drive the route of it too. So what wonderful way to explore Monaco in our own car. Gonna check out and drive the route of the Grand Prix. And it's gonna be so cool. Well, I'm really excited. I have a picture in my head that's gonna be so cool, so I can't wait to see what it's like in real life. It does go throughout the whole city then, because I saw it leaving from the Ocean Museum. This is Monte Carlo, my friends. Yep, where my dream, my favorite movie takes place. We're gonna hit up the Monte Carlo casino, which I see from here. It is so majestic. That's the hotel right there where Selena Gomez was like climbing the balconies. So cool. Okay, this is the Monte Carlo casino. And right outside the Monte Carlo casino are all these fancy cars lined up and parked valet. Little car show, look at it, look at it. Ooh, okay, sexy red car. Not that I know anything about cars, but I like the showmanship. I like the peacocking, you know? Peacocking of Nouveau wealth. I mean, I love that. And if you can't peacock in Monte Carlo, where can you? You know, like this is the place for it. Gotta take off my cap because this place is a place of worship. This is the Monte Carlo casino, y'all. It is so beautiful already in the lobby. It's so superbly stunning in here. I'm just looking up at the ceiling. Look at this. All the details up here. Architecture wise, I am geeking out. This place is so cool. Anything for the novelty aspect of it and just like how iconic, you know, like your pop cultural reference points from James Bond to Monte Carlo to everything, really. Look at this. Stacks on stacks. We are in. Okay, so I'm gonna stop filming because I don't want to get in trouble or get caught or anything. But look at this. This is so sick. I'm super excited. Okay, I'm just gonna have fun. We're gonna just wander around, roam around, and then just check it out because it's such a fun environment to be here. Updates. Beautiful. So beautiful in here. Look how grand this is. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's incredible, right? I won 10 euros at 60 cents from the Monte Carlo casino, and it feels so freaking good. Like, that's gonna be very useful for, I don't know, snacks, for more snacks. Anyways, now we're strolling around the Jardin du Casino, which is this garden in the middle of the city. It is so beautiful here. I love it. The high density of Monaco, whether it's Monte Carlo or Monaco, it just reminds me of Hong Kong in a way. First of all, it's extremely well, but aside from the extreme well, the high density, with all these skyscrapers stacked so close together within the borders, reminds me of Hong Kong. Did not know this, but Monte Carlo, Monaco, has a Japanese gardens, and we're entering it right now. The gate of the Japanese gardens, so beautiful with the foliage, the Japanese foliage all around. This is the luxurious Metropole shopping center, and as you can see, the chandeliers galore, and the interior architecture of this place is just makes you want to shop here always and not leave this place for shopping. And it is so nice and air conditioned, especially when it's 30 degrees out in Monte Carlo. Like, this is magnificent. I expect no less in Monaco. Wow. I mean, the sheer size of these chandeliers itself is incredible. And the stairwells leading up and down the mall. Oh my goodness. This is the Yacht Club of Monte Carlo. This is the Yacht Club of Monaco. As you can see, it lives up to the name Yacht Club because of all these super-sized, amazing yachts. Just chilling, just dock. Logie Bears, and that was our adventure in this part of the French Riviera. but we're gonna continue our road trip down through the Côte d'Azur, or whichever term you prefer, French Riviera, Côte d'Azur. Both of them just rolls off my tongue and sounds so beautiful, as it is fun to say, that is. Leave me a comment below on which part was your favorite of today. Was it Monaco? Was it Cannes? Was it Antibes? And then give me a like and also hit subscribe if you haven't already, because in the next video we continue to a very hilly part of the French Riviera, but leaving Monaco and heading back to France for it.